guys, Deluded Guna. Now, he plays for the Scum. He plays for Tottenham Hotspur, for you those who don't know what I'm referring to. Josh Onomah, he's a player I really, really like, especially for obvious reasons. You guys know I like centre mids. I like young players. I like certain things, so it's going to come across. He was fantastic at the World Cup, Under-20 World Cup that's just concluded. Fantastic, like I said. He was one of the leaders, constantly showing responsibility, playing against nations of different climates, and he really impressed me. The game he impressed me the most, he ironically actually got sent off. I think it was Mexico. Up until that, he was controlling the game. He was constantly a hub for the team, and things like that. So he is a good player. But in regards to the World Cup, and having seen him previously win something for England, he is a player I've seen a lot. Now, the gap is obviously senior football, and I mean, in the last 12 months, it hasn't really gone to plan for him. He's played 275 minutes for Tottenham, only 17 appearances in the Prem. You do the maths, how much times is that 90 minutes? We know it's not because of his ability. You know, he's a quality player, like I've said. He's a great passer. Typically plays deeper for England's youth sides. He's constantly, I'd say, the 8 role. I don't like to refer to numbers, but the 8 role. Receives it off the centre backs, breaks lines, demonstrates a lovely range of passing, doesn't give the ball away easily, has an appreciation for a football in regards to holding it, the balance. He's deceivingly strong. Like I can assure you haven't seen him in the flesh. He's way taller than he looks on TV and things like that. He is a very big player, and it's no doubt why his contract always seems to get renewed at Spurs. His problem for me at Tottenham is just bodies, literally bodies, because you'd like to think naturally he's a centre mid or a cam. Now, if we look at the cam and them sort of roles, they're typically occupied by Eriksen or Dele Alli, whether one of them's on the left and in the middle and they interchange. That's the creative hub sort of thing, if you get where I'm going. Naturally, that would be Onomah. Now, you look at the two centre mids where he could potentially play in the 8 role. You've got Wanyama. Obviously, he's got more about him footballing-wise than Wanyama. But Wanyama, like certain players at Arsenal, you have to take him at face value. He's there to destroy play. He's there to do certain things, and he has been good at that. So his place is staying there. Moussa Dembele, very good. You have to think how long he's got long left at Spurs. He's probably the person you're looking at, Onomah, to possibly take his place, in the sense that Dembele is a treasured player at Spurs. But he is getting on a bit. He doesn't typically complete 90 minutes. He does, but yeah, he typically gets taken off and whatnot. So you'd like to think Onomah can do what he does. I mean, neither of them are the most expansive in regards to passing. Onomah's got a better passing range than both of them. But consistency, application, right decisions, and damn right experience go to them. And then you've got Harry Winks. Harry Winks and Josh Onomah, I think it's pretty even. I mean, you could say either one's better. I got tongue twisted then. Harry Winks has Pochettino's trust. I do think to a degree Onomah has it, but you constantly see prior to his injury, he was one of the first subs to come off the bench and things like that. And I think he trusted it. Was it against Chelsea? Correct me if I'm wrong. He trusted him to start. I can't remember, guys. It was in a big game. He trusted him to start, and he's done well. Like I said, you see Harry Winks dictating play, dictating the tempo of a game and things like that. That's what Onomah needs to do. Similar to Zelalem at our club in the sense that Onomah can do that, but unless you're specifically looking for that or you're trained to see it, you don't see it. You don't see what they're actually doing. They need to stamp their mark on the game more, let their personalities shine more, take more risks, because he's got it. Because one thing, I've said it already about the rest of the stuff, but one thing I like about Onomah, he knows he's a good player. I've seen his attitude, especially when he's getting into tangles with other players. He's not phased. That is what you need. One criticism I will say is the fitness. When he gets tired, he does seem to ball watch, and he does leave spaces open and things like that. You'd think at Spurs, just to get games, maybe potentially just play out wide just to get games and be that sort of tucked in centre mid sort of player or whatnot, like we've seen at Arsenal. Some even say he could have potential to play as a wide man. I do see why they get that, and he does, to be honest. But he does look like a good player. Like I said, it'll be hard for anyone with Dele Alli, Eriksen ahead of them. And the last 12 months has been frustrating. Like I've already said, 12 appearances for senior Spurs. I mean, the season before that, I'm pretty sure he featured more. He made his Champions League debut and he scored a goal for Spurs. But I mean, that just gives you a taste. That just makes you want it more. That just really makes you want it more. The main thing he can do is stamp authority. In regards to pre-season, obviously he's just played at the Under-20 World Cup, so he's going to probably get a few weeks break. Spurs are probably starting their pre-season in July, so maybe he won't be back straight away, making it harder for him to be in Pochettino's thoughts, but he clearly is highly rated. Does he go on loan? Possibly that is an option if he's not going to get games, because I potentially believe that all he needs now it's senior football, just senior football at some level, and then he'll be really ready to press for an England shirt. I mean, well, yeah, an England, definitely England under 21, and a Spurs starting lineup shirt. I mean, if he continues how he's going, I know it's early days. The key thing I keep saying, guys, is patience. Just patience. Another thing he's got on him, he likes to tackle. I mean, he's not his playing style or his skill set, but he doesn't relish. I mean, he relishes, better yet said, the defensive work. He relishes tackling. He relishes showing his throwing his body around, getting back into position, breaking up play and things like that. He's also got a shot on him. I've seen him hit the post so many times in this under 20 World Cup from range. He is a good player. He's a damn right good player, and it's a shame he's at Spurs, but he's a player I'd really like to see get chances. Like I said in regards to him and Harry Winks, there's not much in it. There's not much in it. It's just Winks. It stamps his authority on the game more than Onomah. That's what Onomah needs to do. Onomah needs to get ahead of Winks. He needs to look at Winks and think that's my direct competition. Because if you get ahead of Winks, what is Winks? Winks is normally the first to, prior to his injury, first to come off that bench, first to see out the game, even start some games. Onomah needs to become that. Onomah needs to fight Winks, and then you have to go and fight Ericsson and Dele, like Winks finds himself in that situation. That is where Winks is one step ahead. But guys, I'm waffling. Like I said, Onomah, I think he can be a good player. I'm signing out, guys. Subscribe, comment. You guys know the drill.